not too religious at all. I used to be, like, seriously. But I'm more spiritual than anything because I realize that a lot of the diversities that I experience as a human being come from the spirit realm, subconscious, conditioning and reconditioning, and things of that nature. And I notice in the moments where I want to indulge in my fleshly activities. I said that in the beginning so that I can clarify that I'm not coming from a religious standpoint when I say this. Though I haven't nothing against it, I'm coming from self-preservation, self-moral, self-value, self-admiration, self-discipline, and all of the other things that I have been so flexible, so lenient, so not grounded in. I'm coming from that is within me and yet has not had enough opportunities in this life to exercise to the point where it is embedded in my everyday makeup. But I sit back and I have moments where I have needs as a woman. And don't get me wrong, those needs have been fulfilled in my past. And when those needs come about, there's a level of a frivolousness that comes about, a level of, why don't you just do this or you can just do that? And in every decision that I'm thinking about making to suffice, to satisfy a sexual pleasure, it only puts me in a space of lacking self-love. Because not only will I not know this individual, not only will this individual not give a fuck about me and my life and my makeup and what I'm doing, but it's just for a momentary pleasure. It's just for the moment. It's just for the season. I find anything that comes with me sacred. I find anything that comes with me sacred. To all of my people out there that I've been there and done that with, have always known that anything that I've dedicated, that I've given in a relationship, it was 100% authentic, it was 100% real, and it was 100% like, let's do this together. But what I didn't realize and understand within myself is that I didn't have the play girl, fuck girl type of energy or personality towards any relationship that I've been involved in, towards life in general. It's just been real for me. So I couldn't put myself out there in a sense of a person that did not have growing in self-love, that does not have self-preservation, that does not have any vision for themselves and their future. They just living. They just living every day, just living, just doing whatever the fuck that comes when it comes. No judgment by any means. If anyone is offended by what I'm saying, then I've always heard from wise young men in my life that people get offended when they hear the truth. But in the midst of my imperfection, I realized that me wanting to, and I'm not saying I won't, nigga. I'm not saying that I won't. I'm not saying that I have arrived and I've just made every perfect decision for myself. Sometimes if I have needs, I'll find a way to meet them. But in the space of the feeling, there's like a feeling that there's a hormonal feeling and the chemicals go to your brain. And when they go to your brain, it causes a reaction to fulfill this desire. But I'm always asking myself, unlike most people, at what cost? At what cost? What is the cost? At what cost? I'm going to just give you a real true life example. I remember one day I was at the club, fucking true story. And I was minding my own business. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when I go out to dance and mind my own business. You know what I'm saying? You can entertain me, talk to me or whatever, but it is literally to go dance. So hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Dude walk up, said, hey, he had been staring, he had been wanting. Boom, one thing led to another. We end up chilling. I'm at his crib. True story. And in the midst of me being at his crib, let me just tell you, mother fudge cakes, we had our little moment. We shared our moment. Your girl's single. I can do what the fuck I want to do, I'm assuming. We have our little moment, our little 1-2, 1-2, shared in one another's momentary pleasure for the season. Okay, was it fun? Okay, fun can only last for so long. Fun can only be so fun. Y'all like these? So anyway, fun can only be so fun. So anyway, we look, you know what I'm saying? I go my way, he go his. Exchange numbers. I think I told him after that I didn't want to talk to him no more. Cause I got what I got. You know what I'm saying? Needless to say, all of a sudden, the very next day, my Cash App go ching ching ching. And I'm like, what the hell? What is this? This mofo, I don't know how he did it. In the midst of us, whatever, he had somebody else in the other room or something. I don't know. I'm making this all up. But I'm just trying to figure out how the money, all this money came out of my account. All of this money was gone. Gone out of my account. From me messing around, just trying to satisfy my pleasures. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn. So it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. That wasn't even the full story, but that just go to show, you know what I mean? Somebody told me that everybody has their own spiritual chemistry. I like that, spiritual chemistry. And in that, you are made for a certain thing. You made to do certain things, made not to do certain things. So certain things that people will find normal and that they do on the regular, that they do just on strength purposes. I like wild baby hairs. I don't like for them to make sense and make law. I just like wild baby hairs. So the shit that people do on the regular, some of that shit don't feel normal to me. That shit don't feel doable to me. That it's nothing that I want to do. For example, I was dating somebody. That person got caught red-handed cheating. Despite whatever flying monkeys and whatever the gaslighting phase is for him at this present moment, he cheated. The writing was on the wall. I was so dedicated and committed to the relationship that my Holy Spirit, the angels, my guides, showed me everything that I needed to know without me having to look for it. They showed me. And I was just like, this is unbelievable. In addition to the way I was being treated, the verbal, the physical, so after everything was said and done, I was told, go ahead, go fuck with another nigga. Just go out there and do whatever you want to do. Go be with this man and go be with that man. I don't care. So I said, so you telling me to go and just be with anybody that I want to while we're still together? Yeah, just go fuck around. Just go get you some dick. But you just gotta let me know. And I thought about it. And I said, hmm, that that sounds fun. Having the freedom of having this person in my life as somebody that's in my life, but still having the freedom to just go and do what I want to do. Now that's the life, and being okay with doing it. Now if I was really to pull some shit off like that it would have been heck and high water right here on earth. But I was thinking, not only is this disrespectful, this is rude, this is belittling to my character and how faithful I've been to you, but this is showing me this person's true character and that they basically just want time to go do what they do or to continue to keep doing what they doing because they already doing it. So if anybody tells me, go ahead, go out there, fuck around, fuck as many men as you want to, do as much. But I'm thinking, I done been with you for this duration of time and you don't know me well enough to know that you got a woman. You don't know me well enough to know that you got somebody on your hands that's trying to build with you. I'm invested into you. I'm working with you. I'm building with you. I'm establishing a future with you. Why would you say something to me like that? But let me get off of that and get back to my mind state in the midst of being told that. I thought about it and just to make a long story short, I couldn't do it. She's not me. I couldn't go out there. First of all, I'm not going to listen to you, to that type of advice. But she was not me to go out there and just give my body, give my energy. It takes time, you guys, to invest into being a healthy person psychologically, mentally, physically, especially if you've gone through things. It takes time to invest in you, and all of that investment is worth a 30-minute, an hour, 2 hour moments of pleasure with this stranger that could be carrying demons and harboring energies from situations that you probably wouldn't spiritually know how to battle off and fight off. You wouldn't know what the fuck, you wouldn't know what to do. I'm worth that. So, in essence of being told that, I thought about it. I weighed my options out. I evaluated my options. And this person did not know that as everything is my witness, as everything is my witness, everything that crossed. Not only was I completely faithful to the relationship, but even after we decided to separate and to part, after that happened, which, you know, I still didn't see nobody. I still did not jump into the arms of another man because I needed to sit back and evaluate. I needed to sit back and evaluate what the fuck did I just do to end up here again. Again. So I'm using these stories as a background, line, motivation, understanding, concept of understanding why there are people who could get it popping. Don't get me wrong, I'm human. I might have a shanana come over my shanana and want to fulfill the shanana, but I always find myself battling against following through with that. I always find myself fighting myself from giving myself over to something that I won't wake up to tomorrow. I've come to the conclusion right now, even as we speak, that I have value, that I have value in the way that I present myself, carry myself, and want to be presented and cared for and loved in a connection. Sex to me is something that I share for the sake of love, for the sake of connection, for the sake of growing and elevating together physically and spiritually and mentally. I can have my pleasure for moments, but as you become wiser and you realize that everything around you in the world is not getting any better, not only do you want to say it's cheaper to keep her and stay with your woman, or it's cheaper to keep him, but when you realize, when you throw your fishing pond out there to the fishing pond, that it is what you pull back in. It is what it is. And I just feel like with the value, subconscious, spiritual value, that I have, that I'm just not available to live frivolously and freely and make myself just wide open for, anybody. Before I met my ex, I had another ex. But prior to that ex, I wasn't like, I was abstinent, I was chilling, I was holding it down for the right person, and realized that in the ones that I did choose, that there's more to learn about myself as it relates to the quality, the style, the class, the values, the motivation, the communication, the emotional availability. But I'm saying all this to say that for myself, and there may be others in the world that agree to it, whether you are religious or not. And I say that because the word really keeps people confounded to making sure that they respect and monitor themselves and their tempo. And then me being a person who was floating on a cloud as it relates to, just all in it as it relates to my belief system and religion, I just have a natural moral standard as it relates to carrying myself as a woman that deserves to be in that, as a woman that is making a conscious effort daily to present, carry, offer myself in any friendship, connection, businessship, or whatever, as someone who have consciously made the decision to be pure within and without. See, it's a beautiful thing to be beautiful inside and outside. And I think that that comes from, in the midst of the mistakes that we do make, you guys, we make them. But I genuinely think that that comes from governing your decisions and how you carry yourself and how you perceive yourself. Forget what anyone else thinks and perceives about you. Forget what anyone else is told. What matters is you know you more than anyone else. And that matters, to go inside the church home and be who you are in the church and who you are outside the church. That's real. To go into a group of people that you work and collaborate with and just be authentically you, to address your children, to be the family orientated person, to say, hey, I know that we are growing through something right now, but I'm not going to alter the way that I have grounded myself as far as characteristic wise to serve you as a parent, to love you as a parent, to be there as a parent. I'm not going to change the way I talk to a grown young woman, to a grown young man. I'm going to be assertive and make sure that you remain grounded, because I'm going to make sure that I, even as a grown up, continue to guide you, love you, but I'm not going to talk to you like you're a baby. So, with all of this being said, y'all know I can keep going. You can keep going, But this level of respect and admiration for self in a time where people just don't give a care, where people just don't care, is very, very sacred and rare for you. It all depends on how you want to carry yourself. But I am not available for the world. Now, I can't say, just to keep it 1,000, even after all I said, that there won't be a moment that may organically present itself for that moment to be fulfilled with a person. I'm not going to say that your girlfriend will be like, no, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. No. She finna get her cheeks beat. You know what I'm saying? It's finna go down. But I'm not going to just forcefully, hey, I just broke up with this guy and I got a guy that I'm intimate with on a daily basis, and we just broke up less than a month ago and I've already jumped on a whole new. How in that moment, how am I learning? What did I learn and gain from the last situation to make my situation better moving forward? How can I implement healthy characteristics towards what's yet to come? How can I implement healthy characteristics towards what I'm finna give this person that is actually meant to be here? I'm finna be all, you want to be all, because I'm not, but you want to be all damaged and used up and unavailable emotionally, or playing all these tactics and games and schemes when the person comes that's actually supposed to be there? Because you're guarded, you're protecting yourself from the mofos that you met prior to the man or the woman that's actually supposed to be there. You've done no work and jumped right into the bed with a whole nother individual. No judgment. Do your thing. Do your thing. But I'm speaking for me and my values, for what I see and what I value and what I see and value for me. But you fixing to hop right into another situation for the sake, it's so gone. It's gone. For the sake of fulfilling, to get over your ex. I thought that was the dumbest and most immature. And I actually did a survey, a mental one. I mean, not a mental. I did a survey and I asked several people, is it true that when you getting over an ex, the healthiest thing to do is to sleep with another person? Everybody except for one said yes. And I asked like 20 people. Everybody but one said yes. And nobody, not one mofo person, not one person, nobody. Even the one that said no, it's not a good thing to do. And nobody talked about self-preservation, talked about reflecting on self and getting you right and working on you and keeping you first, and the reason for it not being a good idea. All I heard was, yeah, that, do that. Nobody said, no, you can do that, but then it's not like you giving yourself time to really grow and heal and learn who you are. Like, you need time to really just mourn and to bask in the rights and wrongs and how you can make things better and how you can make you better and how you can avoid getting into another situation like that. And so you need that time. Not even the person that said it wasn't right to do went there. So where are we going? What is thus? What is thus? Because I'm about to god darn say for my damn self that, hey, that situation was what it was, and it was not what motherfuckers is being told that it was. Okay, it was not cracked up to be everything that I had to run. Why would you run from a situation if you was the issue? You don't run from the situation if you're the issue. You stay around because you want to continue to remain an issue. You know what I'm saying? But why would I run into the arms of another person that could be the same way that your exes are? Why would you not get to a space of really evaluating what it was that attracted you to your ex and work on that and give it to yourself? Why the fudge cake not? Why the fuck not? You feel me? Like, come on, it's time for the cycle to change eventually. And I'm not personally finna come like I'm floating on clouds and shit. You know what I'm saying? But along this journey, as you come along with me on this journey, I gotta be real with the decisions I make, because some of them are hard. And there are a lot of things that I don't really understand still too about my own self. It's a lot of things I still don't understand, I don't get. Like it's sex everywhere. I can get some right now. Oh, get it from behind. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get it popping as we speak, and yet there's this still humble, respectable, just character that is embedded in me that says, "What benefit is that gonna be for you? Is that going to make you more money? Is that going to get you closer to your dreams? Is that going to elevate you to a space of self-love and really knowing how to choose right friends, choose how healthy men, choose great decisions? Is that really, or is that going to deplete you because there's a sexual exchange, a spiritual exchange that will manifest that can potentially go either way if you're not spiritually strong enough? No one, me, them, their, ho, them, is trying to tell you what to do. I believe infinitely idiosyncratic was created to not just tell you all my business. It's not for that. But it is most definitely for a reason. And in that reason, that's something I'll keep to my heart. I'll keep that in my heart. But I do know it's a greater purpose for all of this than just me posting videos. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm not coming with no type of the background to be in this space. This is all life experience. And as I grow to understand what loving myself is like and not presenting myself in a relationship to a man and asking them to teach me how to love when they don't know how to love themselves. And I don't find that out until I'm sitting back growing through all the consequences that this person is putting me through because of his lack of self-love for himself. Instead of putting myself back in a space like that, why not take whatever time it takes to continue to stay 1,000% invested in me and seeing this work that I put forth in these relationships pan out, map out for myself? And guess what? Along a journey, I preferred things to organically happen than me sitting back trying to force it to happen, because the outcomes have been something you wouldn't even believe if I were to share it with you. So like I stated, the choice is yours. You're grown. But I know a lot of sexual promiscuity, I was trying to make sure I got that out right, comes from a lot of the things that we have experienced and been through in our lives. And a lot of us are still searching for love and get so poisoned, so damaged by these momentary moments of thrill. I'm not saying don't do it, do you? But I'm just saying there's always something sometimes that come from it. You get so poisoned by these moments. You're just adding more trauma to your own fucking life. You're adding trauma to your own life. You're adding trauma to your own life. Give yourself some peace. Give that ass some rest. Give that vagina some copacetic chill time. Soak her. Some Epsom salt. Some shit like that. Some juices, some herbs. Soak her. Do a vaginal cleanse. You know what I'm saying? Take your dip. Dip your penis. You know what I'm saying? Dip him in some herbs. You know what I'm saying? Treat him. Give him some time to rest. Let that dude sit back and chill and soak in some natural essence and show him some love. Like we need to fast our bodies to stay healthy and keep our bodies flowing and keep our bodies flushing out the unnatural and unhealthy things. Sometimes we need to do that with sex also. Because now sex is like the new pair of drawers. Sex is like the new drink, the new water that came out. Sex is like the new fucking meme that just posted out. Sex is something that's becoming something that is no longer being valued because it can happen so freely, so frivolously with the same sex, with the opposite sex, with any sex. And with that being said, what value do you have for yourself? This is not a competition. What value do you have for yourself? Does this resonate? Because guess what? Your girl is not finna be walking around here like I can harbor everybody's energy and be everybody's spirit guide. Or I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. But at the end of the day, remain infinitely idiosyncratic. And remember, today is a day that you choose. Who you choose to fuck and what you choose to do and not do. Do you value your makeup? And are you trying to grow to another level? Or are you sitting back and always saying, why am I doing this? Why do I do this? How come I did that? Because there was a bad outcome. It's the choices that we're making, you guys. It's our choices. What choice are you going to make today that is going to actually put you first? It's not easy. It's a major practice. But let's start doing that. Let's try. Let's try. I challenge you. Remain infinitely idiosyncratic. You are loved, especially when you love yourself first. And we all on a journey to learn how to do that, right? We all on a journey to learn how to do that, right? Fuck yourself today. Make love to you. Peace.